Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League's Chaos Cup. It is the final week of regulation tonight. Oh my goodness, every team, every coach looking for a win to secure their spot in the top four to make it to the semifinals of the first competition this season. And tonight, it's going to be Street Fighters Turbo Max versus Rodentia, Ian versus Spire, Chaos Renegades versus Skaven. Let's take a look at the standings. In first place, securing his spot in the top four, Rigid Craniums, I Want to Be Like Doug, a Dwarfen team, 5-0-0 is their record, followed by Nevagana, coached by Chime, an Orc team, 4-0-1 is their record. Nick Satan, Cenozoic Park, a Lizardman team with a slow start at the beginning of the competition. They have advanced all the way into third place here going in the final week of regulation. 3-0-2 is their record. And the White Skull Windbreakers, coached by league champion Doug the Minotaur, another Orc team, 2-3-0 is their record. Tonight, it's Street Fighters Turbo Max versus Rodentia. Both teams want to win. They want to try to make it here. Let's see if it'll happen. Gotta win tonight. First up, the home team, Street Fighters Turbo Max, coached by Ian, coming in at a TV of 1,280,000 gold. A full 12-player roster that will be starting tonight. He's got two of the three big guys. He's got the Rat Ogre and the Ogre, and then the rest of this, these scallywags. Oh, Gamer Mike, thank you for the sub so much. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very, very much. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and welcome to the stream. Welcome back, I should say. This is a team full of just mischief. You've got a Dark Elf, you got an Orc, you got a Skaven, you got a Goblin, you got a bunch of humans. He does have the human thrower in Mayor Mike Hagar. You know what? I really like how you got Mike Hagar in there. Street Fighter, but you got Mike Hagar. I respect it. I respect it. Mike Hagar, by the way, was a character in Final Fight, which was originally going to be called, I think, Street Fighter 2010. I think is what they were going to call it. So I respect it. I respect it a lot. Mike Hagar, the Renegade Human Thrower, he is level 1 as a human thrower. He has pass and a safe pair of hands, in fact. He does have Ryu, who has a broken arm that's brought his passing ability down. I'm still getting used to the numbers. Do you call that up or down? Let's call it down. Brought his passing ability down from a 4+ to a 5+. I don't think it matters too much on a human lineman. Matters on Ryu. He can't throw those fireballs anymore. Dan, the human lineman, is level 3. He's got 2 skills here. He's got 2 heads and shadowing, which is a weird combination until you look at the value of the player is 70k. That means he random both of these. So 2 heads, pretty good. Shadowing on a MA6 player. We'll see how that works out. He's got a coup with the Rat Ogre, level 2. He picked up Juggernaut. That's a great pickup on the Rat Ogre. He's got Zangief, the Ogre. He picked up Guard. That's another great pickup on a big guy. He's got Guile, the Goblin, who's still level 1. He's got Ken, the Renegade Skaven with block. He's got a Renegade Dark Out with block as well. Trying to kid out this team with some... Not so Justy Patches says shadowing is useless, just like Dan. Trying to get out this team. He's got a couple of players with block, a massive 4 rerolls, 4 dedicated fans, a cheerleader, an assistant coach even, and 1 oppo. He'll be up against Spire tonight. Spire, a newcomer to the league. This is their first competition in the league, and it's been a lot of fun to watch Spire play so far. This Skaven team, Rodentia, coming in a TV of 1,060,000 gold. Gonna be down a player as Mole is out with a head injury. That'll bring his TV up to 1110. So he'll get, oh boy. Oh, is he gonna get wizard money? Oh, I think he's gonna get wizard money. We'll see if we get a wizard tonight. Otherwise, I think kegs are in order for this team. He's got 2 blitzers, a Rat Ogre, a thrower, 3 of his 4 gutter runners, and the rest are linemen. A fragile team at 8+. He does have 9+, of course, on the big guy, 9+ on the blitzers as well, except for Mole, who's out, won't be playing tonight, has lost a point of AV. That's a big loss. but he also has Naked Mole Rat, the Gutter Runner, who also has a head injury, bringing their AV down to a 7+. A huge loss on that Gutter Runner, somehow is still alive. Flying Skrull, the number 5 Gutter Runner, is a blodger. He has a couple of skills on Vol, the Blitzer with Mighty Blow and Tackle. That's great. Mighty Blow plus Block is fantastic. Picked up the guard skill on the big guy, as you do as well. 3 rerolls, 4 dedicated fans, and 1 oppo. How do the two teams play tonight? Well, I think Street Fighter's Turbo Max are going to be the bashy team tonight. I think they're going to try to leverage their strength advantage. They're going to try to leverage 2 players with Mighty Blow, one of which has Frenzy. Juggernaut is great for getting the Surf as well. Great, Juggernaut lets you push when it's a both down. You can start to move players out of the way. He just wants to get the player advantage. He's got to keep the ball safe, which that really just means playing standard Blood Bowl. He only has 2 players with block. That means he really needs to be careful and considered with his blocks. He'll probably be trying to blitz with the Dark Elf or the Skaven Ken, the Skaven player, any chance he can. Otherwise, he really needs to be mindful of his blocks. If he just goes in willy-nilly with a 2-die block without the block skill, he could find himself on the wrong side of that die roll, right? He could get 2 skulls very easily, and now he's eating through his rerolls. He does have 4, that's a lot, but still needs to be wary of that as well. He can threaten the passing game. He does have the thrower. Any one of these human linemen are a decent receiver. The Dark Elf is a fantastic receiver. If he goes with the Dark Elf, he could throw a little bit further and feel safe. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to pass tonight or not. I mean, it's good to threaten when you have both a passing game and a running game. What that allows you to do is it allows you to split up that defense. The defense is normally just they're focused on staying in front of you. They're focused on stopping the run. If you have a passing game and you could throw somebody down pitch, now he's got to pull people off. He's got to have an actual secondary that's playing defense, playing man-to-man, basing players, covering wide zones, and that means it's less players to stop the run. It can be very strong if you can leverage it. If Spire is not afraid of it, if he says, you know what, I don't think you're going to make the run, or I don't think you're going to make the pass, he might still try to enclose this offense. On offense, Street Fighter's Turbo Max is going to have an easy time spreading out with those big guys and preventing the defense with their speed advantage from trying to close in on the offensive cage. That's a big boon with those 2 big guys that Ian has. Rodentia on the other side, offense is no problem, right? You have MA9, lots of MA7, no problem at all. AG 3+, the Gutter Runners are 2+. They can score whenever they want. The problem with these teams, of course, is in their fragility, and Spire's going to lose players. Just straight up. He's not going to end this game with all 11 players. He is picking up a journeyman. That's not going to be a problem for a team like this. That means if he wins a coin toss, he really wants to be on offense. He wants to be on defense to start with, just to ensure he has enough players to defend against that offense, because he could score with 8, 7, 6 players on the pitch, 5 players on the pitch. It's no problem when you have these super fast players where being fast obviously means you get to move a great distance, but really what it means is they only need to be protected for a turn. And if you can protect them for 1 turn, they can score. So not a problem for Spire tonight. The name of the game is keeping your players on the pitch, and how you do that is so tricky in this game. If he doesn't win the coin toss, if he's on offense first, does he score early? Is that the play? If he's behind in the first half, what do you do then? Do you score to tie it up early and then give your opponent plenty of time to come back and win it 2-1? It's a tricky proposition. It's the hardest part of playing teams like this. But I love to watch it. I mean, there's so many different teams you can play in this game, and so many different ways to play them, that I love watching coaches pick up the mantle and give it a go. So without further ado, I just got finished working. I've been working all day. I just lost track of time. Without further ado, we're going to switch on over to Caval TV here and get this game underway. So it looked like he was... Did I see that right? 220K in petty cash? Oh, I would love to see our first Wizard of the season. I would love to see our first Wizard of the season. Custom pitches are so cool, man. So cool. Was Ian controlling the coach there? Can you control the coach's poses in the intro? Seven fan factor apiece here. $170K. Yeah, so he's picking up a cake for sure. Going with the bribe. So Spire's going to try to foul some of these stronger players off the pitch from Street Fighter Turbo Max. Here's the coin toss. You can bet if Spire wins this coin toss, he's going to be on defense. He did not win the coin toss. He might be on off. He might find himself on offense here. Yes, indeed. So, whoa, no! Street Fighter Turbo Max. Yo, okay, good. I was like, oh no, Street Fighter Turbo Max on defense. So now, as we alluded to in the pregame here, Rodentia is going to be on offensive start. If they try to stall out, they're a fragile team, so they do not want to give up blocks. If they try to stall out by the opponent's end zone, they're just going to get murdered. Players are just going to get removed from the pitch, punched in the face, left and right. And so that incentivizes him to score early. If he scores early, however, Street Fighter's Turbo Max now has an opportunity to hold on to the ball for the entire duration of the game. If Rodentia scores, say, in turn 2, then that's 14 turns that Street Fighter's Turbo Max can hold on to the ball, score once in the first half, score again in the second half, win the game. So it's really tricky to navigate those waters. Gonna go for these bribes as he can. Try to get the player advantage that way. Try to mitigate some of the loss he's bound to see as this game continues. Three-man defensive line here for the Street Fighter. Four-man defensive line for Street Fighter's Turbo Max. Four-man offensive line for Rodentia. Trying to figure out how he wants to base up here on the line of scrimmage. He's got one of those gutter runners, Capybara, the number 6 gutter runner in the left wide zone. Gerbil, the injured lineman, covering him. SPR asks, which pitch is this? I'm going to assume it's Underworld. This looks very Underworld to me. Lots of warp stone, lots of green, lots of little cracks. Plus, Street Fighter's Turbo Max is the home team. Here's the kick. Brilliant coaching. Does anybody get it? Street Fighter Turbo Max are going to pick up another reroll. So remember, Street Fighter Turbo Max had the assistant coach. They won the die roll straight up as well, so they're going to get another team reroll, bringing them up to 5 rerolls for the half. 2-9 block to get things started here. They're going to get a knockdown on Sagat. Let me tell you, if that's original Super Turbo, that is not original Super Turbo Sagat. KO right out of the gate here. Well done. 1-minute player advantage for Rodentia. If that was original Super Turbo ST Sagat, he would have been a nightmare. Tonight block on the left side of the line here. Gets a push against Akuma. Rat Ogre on Rat Ogre Violence. Gets another push here. Scary follow-up there. Had to follow up due to Frenzy. He gets a 1-die block on that. Going for the blitz on Guile the Goblin. Seeking out the Goblin. He's going to get the knockdown here. Doesn't break armor. He'll tuck Vol back into safety, I imagine. Unless he's trying to carve out a cage here. El Nuvarina is a super puzzle fighter for the win. Puzzle fighter was cool, man. They made an actual fighting game with those sprites. It was Gem Fighter. Good ball pickup by Beaver, the number 4 thrower. Going for the foul on that Goblin. One assist. Can't break armor. Doesn't get called off the pitch. Did I block at the line? Gets a push against Blanca. The number 2 Orc. Into bonus time now. Each team with 7 minutes, 30 seconds of bonus time that they can extend their turns by. They use that bonus time over the course of the entire game. Just Flying Skirl one space back to try to protect Beaver. I legitimately hope. I hope that's not an actual creature. I just hope that's a typo, because I would love that so much. If I typoed somebody's name, I'd rock it too. I wouldn't fix it. Blitz on the gutter. 2-die blitz. Boy, gets a dodge push. Took a mark on Marmot to negate the assist. Then came in for the 2-die with Ken. Remember, these gutter runners only have a strength of 2. Now he's marking the ball carrier. 2 marks on the ball carrier now. Dan marking the number 7 lineman with 2 random skills. 2 heads and shadowing. Shadowing would be super rad if it worked out. It really can't unless he rolls a 6. Zangief fails the boneheader roll, spends a reroll, one of his 1,000 rerolls, fails the loner roll, and therefore will lose the reroll. Zangief gonna remain boneheaded. That's freeing up Hamster now. Fever was censored. All right. Super aggressive censoring. Well done. I mean, he's got to get a 6. Turn 2 back to Rodentia. Ian trying to pick apart a couple of players back at the line of scrimmage. 2-die block against the Goblin again, this time with a knockdown. Thanks to the tackle skill on Vol. Can't break armor. Goblin has an armor value of 8+. It's not a lot. Failed dodge here. Had to spend the reroll. Yeah, needed a 6 on the shadowing, didn't get it. Rodentia down to 2 rerolls after that dodge. Beaver, the number 4 thrower. Beaver, the number 4 thrower, now on their own 4-yard line to the left of their offensive line. .53 seconds left in turn number 2 for Rodentia. They're repositioning players to keep the ball carrier safe. They currently find two of their gutter runners are currently marked. Capybara, the only free gutter runner, he's going to stay to cover Beaver on the left side. boy. Succeeds through the animal savagery roll. To get the 2-die block on Skullomania, gets a pal here. Doesn't break armor. One shy of an armor break. Too close dodge to take a foul on that goblin. Again, can't break armor, and again doesn't get called off. Gets to keep his bribe. Tries to dodge away from the shadowing player. Ian deciding whether he wants to use shadowing. Imagine he would. Fail the shadowing roll again. And now moves Ryu forward of the ball carrier over in the left wide zone, marking Skullomania. Wait, he didn't move it. He moved Marmot to mark Skullomania. Turn 2 now for Street Fighter's Turbo Max. Street Fighter Turbo Max repositioning their players. They're going to want to activate Zangief, but not first. Because if he really needs the mark with Zangief, he might fail the boneheaded roll, and then he has a decision to make with the reroll. Almost every big guy in the game of Blood Bowl has the trait Loner. That means if you want to use a team reroll, you have to roll a d6 first, and it's generally speaking, with few exceptions, a 50-50. You need a 4+ to be able to use the reroll. If not, the reroll gets spent. Yeah, there's that failed boneheaded roll again. And then he went through, spent the reroll, failed Loner again, and Zangief is going to remain boneheaded. Street Fighter's Turbo Max down to 3 rerolls now. Fail that Loner roll, you spend the reroll anyway. 2-die block on Vol gets a push. Vol, the mighty blow, tackle Blitzer. Two-die block by Akuma. Gets a push. Frenzy follow-up into a 1-die. Precarious follow-ups here. Gets a push. Has to follow up again. Takes the mark on the ball carrier. SP Beaver says it's 4 failed rolls on Zangief in 2 turns. It's too far away, man. It's too far away. He's got to use the green hand to get in. Right? And then you go for the SPD. Wow! A 1-die blitz into a skull. Spends another reroll here into a push. ST down to 2 rerolls for the half. It's turn 2. They started with 5. ST applying a ton of pressure to this offense. This offense finding itself with virtually nowhere to go here. If they want to get this ball free, it's looking like a handoff. But he's got some blocks to take first. He'll need to block some people away. The only players free on the offense are Capybara and Marmot, a lineman and a gutter runner. Beaver says it's a great spot to fireball. I mean, if you're like a third party, it's a great spot to fireball. 2-9 blitz here by Chinchilla on Akuma. Wow! He killed Akuma! Apple's gonna be spent. Can he save Akuma's life? Oh, Akuma, R.I.P., buddy. Oppo got spent. All of the resources for ST getting burned here. Wow, SP Beaver, thank you for the bits. Fun fact, Akuma typically has one of, if not the least amount of life in any Street Fighter game. That's how they balance him. Also, fun fact, it's never balanced. He's still too good. I wouldn't say too good, but he's really good. Big get here for Rodentia. Killing one of the two big guys. One big guy is boneheaded, the other one's dead. Yes, indeed. There's that handoff. Hands off to Capybara, the number 6 gutter runner. 9 MA now. Capybara going to shift to the right side of the pitch, now over in the right wide zone. Two dive block on Vega. The Dark Elf gets a pal. Gonna get a 9+. You know what, Boot Polish? There can also only ever be one Roger. It's just a rule. Doesn't follow up on the block. Dribble comes back to defend the ball carrier. Good 3+ dodge by Shrew to almost entirely round out this cage. Probably wants to dodge out Flying Squirrel as well, or else he's going to take a 2-dive block by Skullomania. Rodentia has already burned through 2 minutes on the bonus clock. And that'll be it. So he'll keep Flying Squirrel marked. He says, I have block and dodge. Go ahead and take the block. See if I care. Only a pal's going to knock down Flying Squirrel. And now Zangief getting to the action. Finally succeeds on a boneheaded roll. He marks the front of this faux cage. 2-dive block now by Blanca against Naked Mole Rat. The number 7 gutter runner. It's a knockdown, doesn't break armor. SP Beaver says, is it possible for a rat to fail a dodge? I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it. Pow on Vol here. El Dorino, Whole Lot of Love. I don't remember who Whole Lot of Love is. Oh, word. Cool. Double skulls on Flying Squirrel. Spends another reroll. Yeah, got the pal here. Is Flying Squirrel going to stay on the pitch? Breaks armor. Got a KO. Yeah. Yeah, lost that gutter, unfortunately. It would have been a 2+ dodge away. I would have dodged that gutter out to safety. If you still want him to cover, you can put him somewhere where he's going to exert tackle zones. For example, if he was afraid of this player coming this way, and I don't think he was, but if he was, maybe you put the gutter runner here, right? And now you're covering this. Should I block on the ball carrier? Oh, I'm sorry, not on the ball carrier, on Marmot here by Street Fighter's Turbo Max. Should I blitz, I should say. Gets a good stun out of this. Reposition Guile to protect the right wide zone. Failed a dodge here. Spends his final re-roll to take a second mark on the ball carrier. 3 turns. 5 re-rolls spent. Street Fighter's Turbo Max has no resources left. 5 re-rolls. They lost their Apothecary. The Apothecary was ineffective. My goodness. Somebody has not been putting their prayers in. If you have a reroll, spend it. Third 4 now for Rodentia. They're currently on their own 6-yard line. They're marked on either side by Ryu or Ken, but it's on the corners here, so he could move Gerbil out of the way to get a 2+ dodge away. If you want to ensure that every dodge is going to be a negative dodge, you want to mark the player across the edges orthogonally. Nuffle wouldn't give you a failed die roll if he didn't want you to re-roll it. Going for the blitz with the Rat Ogre. 2-die blitz gets the knockdown on Ryu. Remember, this Rat Ogre has Mighty Blow. Yes, indeed! Has Mighty Blow. He gets +1 to the armor or the injury roll, whichever one he needs it for. Didn't need it for the armory roll. Armory roll? What would an armory roll be? Did he get a tank? Didn't need it for the armor roll, got it for the injury roll. That's another removal here. Well done. Two-man player advantage for Rodentia. he's gonna get spinning pile driven. Sets up a tight cage back to the left on his own 4-yard line now. So Rodentia has been stalling this out just by moving laterally back and forth, back and forth. I don't think he's deliberately stalling here. He says, you know what? I don't have to take any risks. I don't have to commit to a wide zone. I'll just shift to the right. You come to the right. I'll shift back to the left. Final turn of the first quarter now. Street Fighter's Turbo Max. No rerolls for 5 turns. Two-die block on Chinchilla here. Gets a knockdown. Going after that Rat Ogre. That Rat Ogre has been an absolute menace so far. Taking a 2-die block on Naked Mole Rat, trying to get one of these gutter runners off the pitch. He's got 1 already. Can he make it 2? And then fouls that gutter runner. Got the KO, but he's going to get called off. The ref saw that. The ref saw that. Got the removal, but now he's permanently lost a player. I don't know if that was a great trade, to be honest. 2-man player advantage for Rodentia now. Doug Minotaur says it was worth it. What on earth just happened? Oh, I was like, what? What? All right, gets a push here. Failed the animal savagery roll, had to go after his teammate, stunned Marmot, and now takes a block on Guile, follows up due to Frenzy, takes a block again, gets a push, and once more has to follow up. This time Dan gets an opportunity to shadow, fails the shadowing roll. So shadowing, the way shadowing works is you take your MA, you subtract your opponent's MA, and then you add a D6, and if you get a 6 or higher, you may move that player into the spot that the player you were next to, that you were previously next to, just vacated. Not so bad when you have, you know, MA 9, 8, maybe even 7. Knocks down Skullomania in the left wide zone. Ball's going to advance to the 2-yard line. Still hasn't crossed the line of scrimmage with this player yet. Or with any player, really. Yes. Yes, Dan can shadow a mummy. I don't know why he'd want to, but he sure could. 2-9 block on Ken. Gets a pal here. Can he get the 8+? He can. Gets a good stun. Turn 5. Second quarter begins now for ST. They've had a rough go of it so far. Another failed boneheaded roll by Zangief. No rerolls to get him back in the game. He's just going to hang out over the right wide zone. Oh, good call, Hank the Ranger. Yeah, lost his blitz with that ogre. Really have to be careful when you do take actions with your big guys like that, especially if you have no rerolls remaining. Even if you do have rerolls remaining, you really have to sit and think, do I want to spend a once per turn ability on a big guy? My goodness gracious. Fail the dodge by the Goblin Guile. Guile's going to be removed. Turn 6 for Rodentia now. Because you have to declare your action first. So if you declare it as a once per turn action, such as a blitz, then that's it. You've spent the blitz. Now, of course, you want to do it. But if the big guy fails their negatrait roll, in this case boneheaded, what do? Do you want to re-roll it? With a team re-roll, well, now you got to get through a loner roll. And if you miss that, you lose your team re-roll and you've lost your blitz. So it can be a real scary thing when you try to blitz with a big guy. Especially if that blitz needs to mean something. Failed the animal savagery roll. Is going to beat up. Oh, beat up on Shrew. Poor Shrew gets stunned. But now he's going to get his blitz with Chinchilla. That animal savagery means that if they fail the roll, if they get a 2, if they get a 1, then they have to beat up on an adjacent friendly piece. And if they don't have one, they lose their turn. Otherwise, they get to take their turn either way, whether they succeed on the roll or whether they beat up on their teammate. 2-die blitz coming up on Vega here. Not sure why the die roll is not occurring. Oh no, what happened? Spent the blitz, didn't get a block out of it. The ball's going to advance to the opposing 4-yard line. I don't know, 6MA, he was here. So 1, 2, 3, 1 of them 4. Yeah, boy, that's a rough bug, man. Turn 6 for ST now. They have lost a whole bunch of players. 5 players have been removed from the pitch for poor old ST. So when you say it wouldn't let you blitz, like what happens? Repositions Dan over in the left wide zone. ST really not a whole lot they can do. Old Gamer Mike says, I hope he has not run out of time to score. I think he'll be fine. He's got Capybara with 9 MA. That means he's already in scoring position. 9 MA, you just got to get 2 spaces across the line of scrimmage, and then you can score next turn if you so desire. 1 die block on the ball carrier. Took the 1 die YOLO block on the ball carrier, got a both down result. This is the gutter runner that doesn't have the block skill. And now, and now Chinchilla for vengeance is going to remove Skullomania. Was it Skull? Yeah, Skullomania is taken off the pitch. 2 die blocker from the left wide zone. The ball has been knocked out of the hands of Capybara. Decided to keep that blodger marking Skullomania a few turns ago, and now he's lost that player for at least this drive. Two die block on Ken. Breaks armor. Gets a KO. Well done. Another removal. My goodness, how many players are left on the pitch for ST? 1, 2, is it 3? 4. Zangief makes 4. 2 die block on Vega. Push. I know, right? A Bashy Skaven team. It's just, my goodness gracious. They've been working out. They took this week. They didn't practice. They didn't practice plays. They didn't hit the sled. They were just in the weight room. They were just pumping iron all week long. Got a push on Vega. He was looking for more there, and its ball's still going to remain marked. I think Hamster needs to go in there. Decides to leave Hamster where he is. Capybara takes a mark to assist on the foul. My gosh! To assist on the foul. That was 1, 2, 3 assists on that. Four assists? 4 assists on that foul. Didn't get called off. 3 players left on the pitch now for ST. I'm speechless. I am absolutely speechless. Zangief with the 2 die push against Gerbil. Holy moly. Not like this. This is... Oh, 2+ dodge by Vega. Tried to pick this ball up. Doesn't have a reroll. It's going to be a turnover. I mean, what else are you going to do at this point? Turn 8 now for Rodentia. They are down to their final turn. They've got to score here. I think they've only got one player in position, right? Going to push Vega out of the way with Chinchilla. And now it's going to be a 2+ pickup here by Capybara to a 2+, to a rush. Each one of those is 2+. Here we go. There it is. Well done. SB Beaver with the emergency rush warning. Thank you for the bits. 2+2+2+ with plenty of rerolls. Very well done by... Oh, are you kidding? Okay, he got back a few. Very well done by Spire in this first half. Scored in turn 8. Couldn't ask for more. believe it's going to be 10 players on the pitch for Rodentia. 6 players for ST. Hank the Ranger says, good touchdown. What did Ian do to Nuffle to anger himself? Anger him so? I don't know, man. All right, final turn, unless there's a timeout. Final turn of the first half. Ball's going to stay the weather's going to stay the same. Ball's going to scatter in extra space. ST to take some blocks, get some SPP. But they're going to get their shot on offense for real in just a moment. Got a removal. Good removal here. He'll take anything he can get at this point. Dude, I blocked double skulls. Come on, Mike Hagar. You can survive this. There you go. 1-0 the score at the half. Rodentia in the lead. They're going to be on defense here. ST not going to get back the KO'd player. Old Gamer Mike says, I've never seen the Rats have numbers. It is a rare sight indeed. So once again, we're going to see 10v5 on the pitch. 10v6 on the pitch, excuse me. 4-man player advantage for Rodentia. ST gets back their 4 rerolls. Rodentia's still hanging on to that bribe, too. Keep that in mind. The more of a player advantage you have, the less risky a foul becomes. And when you have a bribe on deck as well, go ham with it. Go ham with it. Table this team. Rodentia setting up their defense. 3 players on the line. They won't put more than 3 players on the line, I wager. Keeping that Rat Ogre off the line. He wants that Rat Ogre mobile so that he can blitz with the Rat Ogre. Wants to position that Mighty Blow blitz. Remember, with Frenzy, that's effectively 4, maybe even 6 dice he's getting on his blitz with Mighty Blow. That's real scary. The downside is by not putting him on the line, he's not really taking advantage of that guard skill. A 4-man line. 4-player line here for ST. Rodentia to kick. Moles under the pitch until the end of this half. All rush tests suffer a penalty of -1, or if both gamers roll this result, a penalty of 2. So in this version of the game, cheerleaders and assistant coaches are different. Assistant coaches still give you the rerolls, but cheerleaders give you a roll on the prayers to Nuffle table. So we've discovered moles under the pitch, which if there were moles under any pitch, it would be this pitch, I think. Maybe escaping pitch. 2-die block gets a pal here on Marmot. It's a knockdown on the number 1 lineman. Hank the Ranger mercifully lowered the rush failure rate from 900% to a quite low 99%. No ball pickup by ST on this turn. Ball currently resting on their own 24-yard line. Rodentia has the numbers here. They have the numbers, they have the speed. They can lock down players at the line and then just start running for this ball. The Vermintide. It cometh. two marks on Saget. Capybara coming down toward the ball on the right side, way out to the right. But remember, these gutter runners have an MA of 9. They can beat anywhere. They can be anywhere at any time. MA of 9. Let's see. 3, 6 is here. Right. 3, 6 is here. 3. He can get anywhere here. 3 here. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Super, super fast pieces. 2-die blitz by Chinchilla the Rat Ogre. Gets a POW on Dan. Mighty Blow in play. Gets a +1 on the armor roll to make it an 8+. Otherwise, he gets it on the injury roll. Can't break armor. That's right. Yeah, don't forget the rushes. There's that foul. Gets a stun out of the foul. And again, not getting called off. This ref is biased. Turn 10 for ST now. What ref? I do love how the Rodentia cheerleader is just like, yep, that's my team. Go team. Ball advances now to ST's own 14-yard line. Makes a 2-die block on Hamster. Gets a knockdown. Breaks armor. There it is. The spinning lariat gets a removal. 3-man player advantage now for Street Fighter's Turbo Max. I'm sorry, for Rodentia. Boy, that is never going to be comfortable saying. 3-man player advantage for the Skaven team. Two-die blitz on Flying Squirrel by Mayor Mike Haggart. Why is the mayor in quotes? He was an actual mayor. Can't break armor. Hagar, Cody, and Guy. Until part 2. And then it was Miki, I think? That's right. Turn 10 back to Rodentia now. Maki? Was it Maki? Was that her name? And I don't remember who was in Final Fight 3. I just assumed it was Hagar, Cody, and Guy again. Skaven team descending upon this lone ball carrier. Vega with the ball. Sagat and Guile trying to cover this ball carrier. Oh, what can you do? 2-die blitz on Guile. Both down results not going to cut it. He's got to re-roll. He's the one with the block skill that will cut it. So I internalized this in my head. I was like, the blitzer's on the right, Guile's on the left, and then I saw the character portraits, and I was like, all right, well, the one on the left has block. 2-die block on Zangief gets a knockdown. This is a great knockdown, so even if he doesn't break armor, knocking down Zangief, oh, wow, another foul! And he doesn't get called off again, come on! Come on, this is just ruthless now! Back to a 4-man player advantage for Rodentia. But these knockdowns on Guile, on Zangief rather, what's that? Even if he doesn't break armor, Zangief has to spend 3 MA to stand up. That's an MA of 2. You're keeping Zangief out of the drive. He's a big guy. He has strength of 5. He's got mighty blow. He can really hurt players. And by keeping him prone, you're just knocking him out of the equation. Turn 11 back to ST. What do you do? What do you do when you're down to 4 players? He's got 5 players. 2-die blitz on Capybara. He's going after that gutter runner. He sees an opportunity. Just needs an 8+. Got a stun. There you go. Gotta be careful where you put your gutters. That's a life lesson for you. Gotta be careful where you put your gutters. Don't just put them on the siding of the house. No, 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 no. You want them you want them on the roof, you see. Takes a mark on the blodger, flying squirrel in the left wide zone. Zangief stands back up. Goblin foul on Capybara. Gets a stun out of it. Or I guess Capybara was already stunned? Capybara must have already been stunned. Oh yeah, I just talked about being careful where you put your gutters. Look, man, I've been working all day. I'm exhausted. Turn 11 back to Rodentia. Gerbil's gonna play corner in the right wide zone. Gets in front of the ball carrier. Takes a mark with number 7. Boy, scary mark. Is he gonna go for the blitz? I mean, he has to, right? Takes another mark. 2 marks on Vega. Here comes the Mighty Blow blitz. Good use of that blocker. Or blitzer, rather. Got the pal here on Vega. Knocks the ball out on the 8-yard line. Yeah, took it with the blitzer here because he has the block skill and Mighty Blow. Well done by Spire. Good 2+ dodge, but failed the rush. Remember, rushes are now a 3+ because there's moles under the pitch. I don't know if Spire remembered that. Two marks on the ball now. Has Sagat to deal with at some point. Yeah, takes another mark on Sagat. Good mark. And repositions to get the assist on Zangief. 2-9 block. Gets a push. Frenzy follow-up. Gets another push here. And that'll be the turn. Turn 12. Back to ST. They have 5 players on the pitch. V5 on the pitch. 4 rerolls for this team. They've lost possession of the ball. Vega, their best ball carrier at this point with the block skill. But he is prone and caught between a gaggle of vermin. What do I want? What do they call them? What do they call them at McDonald's? The egg, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. That's what I want. 2-9 blocking a double pals here, or double skulls rather. Spends a reroll into a pal. ST down to 3 rerolls. Can't break armor on Beaver. Haha. Boot Paul says that gives his double quarter circle forward and plus any kick. push on Chinchilla. What he needs to do is final atomic buster. That's what he needs to do. Final turn of the third quarter here. The worst part about working all day is I still didn't get done what I wanted to get done. That's the worst part, man. Stands up Capybara, the number 6 gutter runner. Lots and lots of scaving on this ball here. Not a whole lot that Ian can really do other than pray to Nuffle. 2-die blitz by the Rat Ogre. They'll get a knockdown on Sagat. Oh boy, it's just a legitimate, honest-to-goodness slaughter. Another removal. Sagat taken off the pitch. SB Beaver, thank you for the bits. That reminds me, there's a new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I haven't watched any of it. I'm a big fan of the show. I haven't watched any of the new season yet. I'm very excited to. How many players left on the pitch? 4? 1, 2, 3? Oh, it can't be 3, can it? 4. There we go. Zangief with 4. Nine v4 on the pitch. 5-man player advantage for Rodentia. Okay, Mike says, does he want to play with versus only one member? Foul. Gets a stun out of it, and again does not get called off the pitch. Takes a 1-die block on Mike Hagar, gets a push. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left on the bonus clock for Rodentia. Gonna go for the ball pickup with Naked Mole Rat, it looks like. I don't know. I don't want SPP on Naked Mole Rat. He's AV7. Plenty of movement left with Naked Mole Rat? Naked Mole Rat. That AV7 may as well be 100. One more space of movement forwards. Moves the ball to the ST's 12-yard line. This felt almost inevitable here. Rodentia just murdering ST. I really think Street Fighter Turbo Max got really carried away with the rerolls. Ian's an excellent coach. We've seen him have great success with, really top-tier races in the game, but also some of the weaker races as well. Really just going hog wild with the rerolls early, and it sort of bit him here. Spire took advantage of that fact. He had his Rat Ogre. He said, you know what, you're gonna leave me with the Rat Ogre, I'm gonna keep busting people up. ST tried desperately to get Zangief in the game early on, failed a couple of key boneheaded rolls and just couldn't make it work. Spent the rerolls to really try to keep that big guy, that ogre in the game, and then found himself with no rerolls left after 3 turns. Fourth quarter now for Rodentia. Block on a blitz coming up. They've got a block on Mike Hagar. They've got a block on Guile. Imagine the block will be taken on Guile. Blitz on Mike Hagar. Unless he really wants to score right here. He's going to take the blitz on Guile. Okay. Takes the blitz on Guile. He'll get a knockdown here thanks to the tackle skill. And then hands off the flying squirrel. 2+ handoff. Well done. Decided not to take the block. He's going to score 2-0 the score. Well done. Rodentia putting on a clinic. SP Beaver said, why score there? Why not? Why not? Good TD there by Rodentia. This people said you're up 9-3, players stall. Well, yeah, but there's also the argument, right? You're up that many players. Like these guys are never coming back. Try to do it again, right? 3 more turns. Try to get another TD. Stays the same again. 11v6 on the pitch, 5-man player advantage for Rodentia. Both teams with 2 rerolls left. ST to take a block to get things started. Dan blocking Marmot gets a push here. With that score, Rodentia almost certainly securing their win here this evening. As it stands, if they were to win right now, Rodentia would move up into 5th place in week 6. That's not going to cut it. Literally not going to cut it. It's not going to make the cut. They need 1 more touchdown if they want to make the top 4. ST with a reroll. So the various different races on an Underworld team, they have animosity towards each other. Goblin has animosity towards Zang. He failed the animosity roll. After failing the dodge, spent the reroll. Animosity, he said, you know what, actually, I don't like you. I'm not giving you the ball. SP Beaver says the standings already show Rodentia as the winner. No, the standings are updated in real time. That was a change I made for this season. So it all gets updated immediately. So it's all real time. Like, I could prevent the standings from showing the winner or loss, but, why? Why? Why do that? Or I could just disable the, I can back out the real-time updates. I can do that too. Yeah, if you go to the schedule on the website too, it'll like tell you the quarter and stuff, like the current quarter the game's in. Failed the animal savagery roll with the rat ogre. Has to beat up on Shrew. Doesn't break armor, but here's the blitz. Gets a pal here against Mike Hagar. You have to wonder if Spire knows that he needs a touchdown to crack into the top 4 here. A win's not going to cut it. If he gets a touchdown, that'll bring him up to 10 TDs for a TD diff of 3+. That 10 will beat the Windbreakers 5 TDs for, and that'll advance Rodentia into 4th. If they can hold on to that spot, they'll make the cut and advance to the semifinals. Rodentia going after this ball again. I think he knows it. I think he understands what he has to do. Two-die block on Dan, gets a push. Taking his time on this turn, as he should. But pushes Dan onto the ball. Boy, 5+ pickup. 5+ pickup. Pickup didn't work out, and it's therefore a turnover, but it does scatter into the hands of Beaver. If he can hold on to this, he can go 3-0, and he can make the top 4. Do you think that was deliberate? It couldn't have been, right? Oh, boo. Get out of here. I refuse. I reject that pun. Turn 15 for Street Fighters Turbo Max. They're down 0-2. Not going to be able to win this game, but can they keep Rodentia from the top 4 is the question. A 1-die block on Beaver. That'll do it. Can he get a knockdown? Well, we'll do it, but it'll get the ball out of the thrower's hands. Oh, wow. I would have re-rolled that. Why do you have to lose? The ball's going to scatter all the way into Naked Mole Rat's hand, the number 7 gutter runner. Oh boy, can he stay alive here? Not a double bounce, he can't. 7+ breaks armor here. Oh my goodness. And now the ball got to scatter laterally to the 6-yard line. Dead Freddy, I hesitate to welcome you to the stream with that pun. Welcome to the stream. Fails to dodge with Vega, spends the final reroll to protect the ball with Ken. Good dodge here. ST trying to keep Rodentia out of the top 4. They have to end this turn in scoring position. I would be very surprised if they don't move somebody down pitch first. They take a block. All right, they take a block first. They're going to get the knockdown on Guile. Broke armor. Great stun. Guile out for the rest of the game effectively. Not effectively, actually. A 2-0 win puts Rodentia in 5th place. A 3-0 win puts him into 4th. Spire thinking carefully about how he wants to recover this ball. Naked Mole Rat takes a mark on Ken. He's got to end this turn in scoring position. He is technically there with Flying Squirrel and technically there with Naked Mole Rat. Gerbil just shy. Freddy says, I just caught the tail end of this game. I don't understand how the injury box for the rats is empty. Yep. 2-die block on Zangief. Another armor break, another stun. He's got movement left with Chinchilla. Can he get a better positioning out of this? I'm not sure he can. It started with the murder of a rat ogre. R.I.P. Akuma. There's his scoring threat. Capybara goes down pitch. He spent his blitz already, so he's not getting the ball back this turn. Yeah, gotta stop that 3+ dodge. Good positioning by Hamster. Gotta watch out on the left side here as well. Really needs to reposition Marmot. Yeah, well done by Spire. He's gonna go after this ball in turn 16. No rerolls left for ST. Let's see what they can do. Hand off to Vega. Got through that animosity roll. Good handoff. Vega adds 2 with block. One die blitz gets the knockdown on Marmot. Great KO here by ST. Just moves to where he can. And that'll most likely be his turn after the stand-up. Dead Freddy said the Rats can score, right? They can, and in fact must. 2-die uphill block will get the knockdown on Gerbil. Doesn't break armor. Final turn. Rodentia needs to reclaim this ball and get it in the hands of either Capybara or Naked Mole Rat. If they can score, they'll crack the top 4. That rhymed. That rhymed. If they can score, they'll crack the top 4 and be able to play once more. Maybe. Three-die block at mid-pitch by the Rat Ogre. Gets the knockdown on Mike Hagar. This frees up Flying Squirrel. Blitz almost certainly going to be happening with Vol. Oh, Dead Freddy. Dead Freddy, I know what you're doing. 2-die blitz. Both down results not going to cut it. Has to re-roll this. Into a push. That is it. He's not going to get the ball. This is going to end 2-0. And Rodentia, after a great game, they're not going to make the cut to top 4. Oh, boy. ST stole it from them right at the end. Von Roo rooting for the defense. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Spire tried his hardest. Tried his hardest to get it. Just couldn't make it work. I think I would have gone for the blitz on Ken when I had the chance. But I'm also not in the top 4. SB Mover, thank you for the bits. 2-0, the final of this one. Blanca's not the MVP. Come on, Hamster. Hamster, I can believe. I want to see the SPP. Or do I? I don't know if I do. 18 SPP for Rodentia. It's not every day you see that. Well done. 4 for the ST. They got no SPP this game except for their MVP. Oh, man. And with that, Rodentia just shy of making top 4. One more TD would have put him in the 4th place, but unfortunately, with that 2-0 win, they're gonna end up in 5th place here in week 6, at least for now. But a good showing, good effort, good participate. Like Aspire came in. This is their first competition. They've done great. They're gonna end this first competition 3-0-3. We'll see if Spire brings Rodentia back for the Spike Magazine trophy, and if so, he'll continue to kid out this team, and it's just gonna get more scary once all those gutters become blotters. Oh boy, there's gonna be a reckoning. Oh, you know what? That's the first game of week 6. Why don't we look at the schedule before we leave? Coming up next, we're going to have a game this Saturday, February 17th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's UTC -5. That's going to be Never Gonna versus Dead Poets. Chime versus S. Beaver. Chime looking to keep his spot in the top 4 here. Been killing it this competition. And then on Sunday, we have a doubleheader with the White Skull Windbreakers versus Juxtaposed Juggernauts, Doug the Minotaur versus War Horseman. That'll begin at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be followed up by Stairway to Nuffle versus Real American Heroes, El Numerino versus Dead Fred. The Never Gonna team, or the Never Gonna game is Orcs versus Undead. The White Skull Windbreakers are also Orcs versus Chaos Renegades, and then Stairway to Nuffle is Underworld versus Dark Elves. So those are all coming up later in the week, and then there will be 2 more games to be scheduled this week. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to get to check out and get alerted to those schedules on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club. Here on Twitch, I can feel myself slurring words. Here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. This is it for week 6. This is it for regulation play here in the Chaos Cup. After this will be the top 4. That'll be the semifinals in a single elimination bracket to declare the winner of the Chaos Cup. The winner will advance to the Blood Bowl later in the season in the upper bracket. The runner-up will be in the lower bracket. Oh man, I'm so happy. I love Blood Bowl, man. I'm happy we're back in season. Play Blood Bowl, man. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store until this Saturday, February 17th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.